Okay, hello teachers. Welcome back to another week of Classroom Management by Design for the primary teacher. I am Lauren Speaking, the founder of LessonPlanToolbox.com, where we help primary teachers master classroom management every single day. Thank you so much for being here. If you did not watch last week's segment, we're kind of doing a little mini series here all about movement and how movement is such a key component in helping you to manage classroom management. So last week we got into why movement was so important. This week we're going to be giving you 10 creative ways to use movement in your classroom strategically. And then I'll get into more about where we're headed at the end of this segment. But thank you again for being here. Let's jump in. Let's get started. So as a primary teacher, you know how challenging it can be to keep young students focused and on task, like almost impossible, throughout a whole school day. By adding movement to your routine, it is going to be a game changer for your classroom management and student behavior. Last week, we explored why movement is so beneficial, from boosting brain functions to improving emotional regulation. So this week, we're going to take it a step further and give you 10 creative ways to integrate movement into your daily schedule. Again, these are just suggestions, but have fun with them. So whether you're looking for a quick brain break or specific subject activities to help you get creative with your lesson planning, these ideas are going to help your students stay engaged, they're going to help them stay focused, and they're going to get them ready to learn. So let's get started. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to jump right into these because there's 10 of them and I know time is of the essence. First one is morning movement routines. Start the day right. Set the tone for a positive and focused day with a morning movement routine. Activities like stretching or yoga or just a quick dance session can help your students transition from home to school mode. Yoga for kids, simple poses like tree pose or downward dog help students center themselves and improve their focus. Try a short video from Cosmic Kids Yoga, such a great resource. You could do dance along videos. Play a popular song with easy dance moves to get their bodies moving and their brains ready to learn. Websites like Go Noodle have excellent options for that. Jumpstart focus. Ask students to perform jumping jacks or touch their toes while reciting the day's schedule, just to reinforce routine while engaging their bodies. Simple, simple, simple. Second strategy we're going to cover are brain breaks. We love these, right? They're quick, refocus strategies. Brain breaks are essential for resetting students' energy and focus, especially during long instructional blocks. They're going to keep them short, and we want to keep them simple, and they're easy to implement. So freeze dance, where you play music and then let the students dance, and then they must freeze when the music stops. It's fun, and it sharpens their self-regulation skills. You can do stretch and wiggle, right, where you lead students in stretches or let them shake out their arms and legs to release tension. Action Simon Says, where you combine movements and listening skills with the classic game of Simon Says, but include actions like jump 3 times or spin in a circle. The third strategy we're going to give you is subject-specific movement. Okay, so you want to bring your lessons to life. Movement doesn't have to interrupt learning. It can enhance it. Incorporate physical activity into subjects to boost engagement. What does this look like? For math, use hopscotch to practice counting or multiplication. Draw a grid on the floor and have students problem solve by hopping to the correct answer. Okay? For reading, act out stories or use hand motions to represent vocabulary words. For example, students can fly like a bird, or they can sneak like a fox, right? In science, turn science lessons into scavenger hunts. For example, students can find objects around the classroom that match specific material or textures. The fourth strategy we're offering you is Make transitions with movement. Transitions are such a challenging time for classroom management. Adding structured movement can make them so much smoother and more efficient. So you could say march to your seats, have students march, hop, or tiptoe back to their desks after their group activities. Use transition songs, play a familiar tune, and let the students dance their way to the next activity. Get those wiggles out. The next thing you could do is directional movement, right? Give directions like hop to the carpet, spin to the science center, or walk backwards to the reading corner. Safety first, safety always, but just have a little fun with it. The fifth option you want to consider is flexible seating. Movement while learning is so key, right? So flexible seating is an option to encourage subtle movement during learning, which can help students focus and stay on task. Wobble stools. These allow students to kind of wiggle while they're seated, which helps them to kind of release energy that's built up within them without disrupting others. They can use standing desks if your school has them, which are great for students who struggle to sit for long periods. They might not have that strong core, so it might be hard for them to sit. Floor mats and cushions, right? Let students shift positions and stretch while they work. All great options. The sixth option for you for movement is outdoor learning, right? Fresh air and movement whenever possible. Take your learning outside. Movement paired with fresh air can just rejuvenate your students and improve focus even in the winter months. So nature walk, use a short walk to teach science concepts like observing plants or the weather or insects. Have an outdoor story time. Let the students act out parts of a story that they're reading. Being outside just adds that extra layer of excitement and engagement. Learning stations. Set up stations outside where students complete tasks that involve running and hopping or balancing. Simple, dimple, have fun with it. Oops, we don't need that pun right now. The next movement, we're up to 7. Movement and music, right? Engaging all the senses. Music and movement are a dynamic duo for primary students, making learning just fun and memorable. Action songs. Use songs like Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes, or, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, just to teach body awareness and coordination, and they're familiar with those. Classroom drumming. Have students drum on their desks or the floor to practice rhythms and patterns. Song and dance. Create a class theme song with movements to build your community and excitement for learning. We're actually going to do this in our community during our 5-day challenge. You might want to be there that day. Your eighth idea for bringing movement into the classroom is recess with a purpose. Recess is more than just a break. It's an opportunity to teach important social emotional skills with your students while encouraging movement, right? So you can have organized games where you introduce cooperative games like red light, green light, or 4 corners that promote teamwork and self-regulation. Obstacle courses. Set up simple courses using cones or jump ropes or hula hoops to encourage problem solving and physical activity. Okay? Reflection circles. After recess, gather in a circle and let students share how the activity made them feel. This reinforces that emotional awareness. So important, and we don't do enough of it. We take it for granted. Your 9th movement strategy is movement challenges for fun rewards. I love this, okay? Fun rewards motivate students with fun movement challenges that tie into classroom goals. Classroom challenges, can we all stand on 1 foot for 10 seconds? Or let's do 20 jumping jacks together. These build that sense of teamwork while moving their bodies. They can have personal goals. Encourage students to set movement goals like running a certain number of laps or learning a new yoga pose. Then you might have a reward system in place. Use movement activities as a reward for good behavior or meeting learning milestones. Your students will love it. And our 10th strategy is end of the day cool down. Transition to home. help your students wind down and transition at the end of the day with learning calming movements. You could do mindful breathing, where you lead students in deep breathing exercises combined with gentle stretches. You can do reflective movements, where you ask students to act out their favorite part of the day with simple motions, and then you have to guess. Gratitude circle, love these. End the day with a gratitude walk, where students take just a few steps and share something they're thankful for. So simple, so fun, and so calming. Great way to end the day. Okay, so overcoming common challenges you might worry about. Space, time, and managing movements are things that you're probably thinking, how do I do this in the classroom? So here's how we're going to address those. Limited space. Use small scale movements, right? Like desk stretches or standing exercises. Time constraints. Keep the activities super short, 2 to 5 minutes, and integrate them into transitions or academic lessons. I'm telling you, 2 minutes, you can have them worn out. I've done it, and it's amazing. Behavior management. Set those clear expectations for movement activities. For example, use a signal like a bell or a clap to transition back to quiet work. If they don't follow your lead, or if they're off task, you're out. You're out. You got to sit down. So here's the big takeaway this week. Incorporating movement into your daily schedule, it doesn't just improve classroom management. It literally can transform your learning environment. Movement enhances focus, regulates emotions, and fosters collaboration among students. By weaving movement into your routines, into your transitions and your lessons, you're going to create a classroom that not only is more productive, but also just joyful. So what are you waiting for? Start small, experiment with different strategies, and watch how movement makes a difference in your students' behavior and learning. Your classroom and your students are going to thank you. And on top of that, what I love about this even more is you yourself are getting the movement in also. It's helping you to become a healthier person during the school day. How often do we go home and we're like, I'm exhausted. The last thing I want to do is think about working out. You can strategically do this where you're moving your body, and you probably can easily get a mile worth of movement in, mile worth of energy in just in those 2 to 3 minute bursts of energy that we're going to walk you through. So if you have not heard, I am hosting the 5-day Movement to Mastery Challenge, where every single day you're going to learn a new movement strategy to bring back into your classroom with your students, and you can begin implementing right away. I'm going to link here how to register. It will literally take you 30 seconds to register. I think it's literally your name, your email, and your role in education, just so I know like you're on the primary level. Even if you're not, you're welcome to take these and tweak these. But I gear most of what I speak about, my expertise is with primary students. But you are welcome to take and tweak these. So register. If you cannot attend live, I am not even going to say what times these are appearing. If you are around the week of January 27th to the 31st, and you're on Instagram and you see me live, watch it live, okay? If you're not, the video recording will be emailed out to you so you can watch it whenever you want. And what's better is because I'm hosting it on Instagram, you can comment right there and let me know if you have questions or if you need ideas for something more specific. Once the challenge is over, I am going to invite 20 teachers to pilot my new Movement to Mastery app in their classroom. And I am so excited to get this in the hands of teachers because you all know I have focused on the mind for so long. We're going to take the mind and the movement and really have a framework of classroom management like you've never seen before. And it's all going to be done through an app, so it will be at your fingertip. When you are frustrated, you will literally click the app, either type out what you need help with and we will get a response to you, or use the resources that are already available within the app to see if the answer is already there. Whatever fits your whatever fits your preference. It's all up to you. So that's where we're headed with everything. I am so excited and just cannot wait to go on this journey with you. I cannot wait to hear how much fun you have with this and how much fun your students have. You're taking some fun implementation skills, and they're going to have fun doing it in the classroom, I guarantee you. Every class that I have done this with so far has thoroughly enjoyed it. The feedback from the students has been amazing, and I'll start sharing about that probably soon. But yeah, we would love to have you. We start on January 27th, so in just a couple of days. So get registered, share it with your teacher friends, let them know that we're doing this too, and we will see where this takes us. So, all right, again, I'm Lauren Zvigan, the founder of LessonPlanToolbox.com, where we help primary teachers master classroom management day in and day out, and we just love who we serve. You are my favorite people in the world. If you need anything, reach out to me. You can leave a comment here or reply to me via email, lessonplantoolbox44119@gmail.com, and I will get back to you. So until next week, teach, relax, repeat.